What's up guys, John from KetoBars.com. Thanks for checking out my channel, first time founder. So this week, I wanted to talk about an event that we just went to. It was called Keto Salt Lake. I guess we went 2 weekends ago, and it was fun because we don't go to a lot of events, but our intention is to start going to more. And that's exciting for, one, we'll get more exposure, and actually one of the things that I'm excited about is potentially meeting some more of you guys. We met a bunch of our customers, and we even had a couple people drive pretty far to come see the event, of course, not just us. But yeah, it was really cool. It was my first time in Salt Lake City. I had never been, and the first really interesting thing that happened was our flight landed at like 10:30 p.m. So we didn't check into our Airbnb until 11. So of course it was dark out. So walking outside in the morning was really cool because I hadn't really thought about it. But you walk outside and there's just these huge, beautiful mountains. Snow covered, even though man, I think it was 70 degrees pretty much the whole time we were there. Of course, there's pretty big elevation change in the mountains. So it's pretty cool. Salt Lake's very flat. Like, I don't know if you'd call it a plain or a valley or whatever, but it's really flat until it isn't. Then it's like mountains that go straight up. So pretty cool. Really cool atmosphere. Reminded me a little bit of Denver in the way that like you're kind of always seeing mountains in the distance, but maybe in Salt Lake they weren't quite as far away. Anyway, so it was really beautiful. We caught a nice weekend, so that was really good. But yeah, so the event was called Low Carb or Keto Salt Lake. It was hosted by Keto Chow. If you guys haven't checked out Keto Chow before, they make meal replacement shakes, and they're good. They're heavy, they're thick. I mean, they're meal replacements, right? So our bars are generally between like 200 and 250 calories. They're a meal in a pinch, I would say, but they're not designed specifically as a meal replacement. More of like a snack or a dessert or whatever to accompany something else. Keto Chow, their shakes, they're a proper meal. You can make them, I'm not sure what the low end of the calorie range would be, but my guess is it would be like 300 or 400 calories, and they give you directions on how to make them differently, all the way up to like over 1,000 calories. So they kind of taste like melted ice cream or like thick milkshakes. You mix them up, you let them sit for a while, whatever, they're good. You guys should check them out, especially if you're into like intermittent fasting or things like big meal replacement type things. They have a million flavors, so check that out. But Chris and Miriam, the owners of Keto Chow, they hosted the event, and they did a really good job. I think it was the first time they did it. No glitches from my side, at least. I thought it ran really smoothly. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see all the speakers, but I did jump in on a few sessions. There were only 3 of us there, so we had to man the table the whole time. It was a 8-hour day on Friday and same on Saturday. So in between sessions, everyone would come out and we'd talk to everybody, handing out 1 million samples, selling bars, schmoozing with all the other vendors and stuff like that. So it was pretty fun. I had always wanted to hear Dr. Ken Berry speak because I've seen a lot of his stuff on Twitter, and I think he's got a pretty popular YouTube channel, and some books. And he's kind of, and this was a general theme. I feel like when you see people speak, especially at keto events, there's the people that talk like really scientific, like data, and doctors tend to do that, right? They have, they're talking about cholesterol and all this science, and like that's cool, and it's really helpful and informational for some people. But the truth is, I mean, kind of like you would catch my vibe on this channel. I don't know. I'm just a little bit more into like practical or making jokes or whatever, and Ken Berry kind of fits that bill. So it was fun to hear him speak. I think his presentation was called Lies That Doctors Tell Us. So that one I really enjoyed. I got to sneak in for that. And I think most of these things are available on the website that you can watch them. I think they uploaded them all online. So yeah, just search Keto Salt Lake, and I think you'll find the videos there. Pretty cool, pretty informational. and a really good exposure for us. I think beyond getting to chat with a lot of our customers and people and getting their opinions and feedback in real time in person rather than like online or through Instagram or email and stuff like that, was talking with some of the other vendors. So we made some pretty cool connections. First of all, I'm very impressed by the keto, like Salt Lake is like a keto city, much more than Philly, for sure. Not to say you can't like do keto, but I'm not hearing about keto meetups, keto events, all this different stuff. And it seems like it's very popular there. So much so that there's like multiple bakeries in Salt Lake that sell only keto desserts and stuff like that. So we were trying cupcakes and stuff. It was actually almost overwhelming for me. You guys have had our bars, so we try not to be like overly sweet. We're definitely, a little bitter, just not overly sweet, whatever. So some of the icings and stuff, like it had been a while since I had eaten stuff that was like had that much. They're using a lot of erythritol, but the truth is they could have passed them off as normal cupcakes on me. Like I didn't realize they were keto. I mean, I knew they were keto, but if you told me they weren't, I would have believed you. So it's amazing what you can do. The ingredients that are available to us, there's just so much flexibility. I was envious of the texture that they had on the cupcake itself. Of course, they don't have the shelf life or the shelf stability that we need when we are shipping stuff all over the country. And of course, we have like a 9-month to 12-month shelf life, and those cupcakes I'm sure only last a week or so. But it was really cool to see that local businesses are thriving in that community. I'm not sure how many people live in Salt Lake. It's a big city, but it's not New York big, so it wouldn't surprise me if there were bakeries there. But pretty cool that the local economy can support that, and that they seem to be doing really well and thriving. So that was really fun. Beyond that, we had a good time kicking it in Salt Lake. Again, we had beautiful weather, so that was really awesome. Chris and Miriam had all the vendors and the speakers to their home to have a meal after everything was over, which was really nice and generous of them. They have a beautiful house, really nice family. I don't get it. They look like they're like, I actually don't know how old they are, but like they don't look that much. I would guess they're a couple years older than me. I'm 34. But I think they have 6 kids, and like 1 or 2 of them look like they're in high school. So I don't know. Someone's like defying the age, or at least age and looks over there. But they were really gracious hosts, so we were thankful that they had us. We'll definitely go again next year. It's a little bit of a trip for us. I think the flight was a 5-hour flight from Philly. So it's a little bit of a haul to get out there, but it's definitely worth it. It was a really nice warm-up for KetoCon. Because we don't go to a lot of events, we're trying to get ready for more of them. And KetoCon's gonna be a lot bigger. I think maybe 10 times as many people. Of course, a million more vendors, a bunch of our direct competitors, which I'm excited about because I think side by side our bars taste better than everybody else's. So I'm excited for people to try a different vendor's bars than try ours. I think we'll win a lot of people over and we'll catch a lot of love. Our ingredients are infinitely more simple, way less ingredients. So I'm excited for that. And this was good practice, kind of like getting the speech down. So on that note, if you throw this in the comments, what would be the most, if you heard a 10 or 20 second pitch from us, what's the most interesting thing about our bars that you would like to hear? We were kind of like welcoming everybody over, and this spiel was like, hey, here's all 3 of our bars, like all 3 of our flavors, feel free to try all of them. They have between 19 and 21 grams of fat. They're all 3 net carbs, and they only have between 7 and 10 ingredients. That was kind of our pitch. We don't go behind or much beyond that. They're gluten-free and vegan and all that different stuff, but the truth is that was accidental. We didn't try to do that. And I would say that keto tends to be more carnivores, so I'm not sure if being vegan is a huge selling point. And it's not it doesn't take anything away from it. Of course, I would love to have a bunch of bacon in there or something like that. We've tried. It's a big mess when it comes to like the FDA and stuff like that. But yeah, is there anything, what else do you love about our bars, or like what's the big selling point? Like what am I missing compared to our competitors? I would love to know. So if you throw that in the comments, it'd be much appreciated. Anyway, I'll keep that short and sweet for today. It was nice to see you guys again. As always, if you like my content, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And if not, I'll catch you another time. See ya.